Hello everybody and welcome to this after unboxing review video of the Citizen bike, model name Tokyo. Although it took me 3 years to save up the money in order for me to buy this bike that I wanted for so long, I'm super excited to have it right here, right now for this new project, Lejefy Reviews. So let's get into it. Okay, but before we go outside, I do want to give you all a bit more understanding in regards to this product. The model that we're going to be discussing today name is Tokyo, and it's actually the most compact bike they have on the lineup. Citizen Bike is actually located or headquarters right here in Dania Beach, South Florida, which is about 35 minutes from where I live. And that's the reason why I picked up my bike and I didn't have an unboxing, and I'm actually doing this after unboxing. My customer service experience with them was actually pretty good. At first I contacted them through email, and then I got instructions on how to call them properly through the phone number and get in contact with them in case I had any questions. The other important information that you should know is that they only offer their services to North America, and that's including Alaska and Hawaii, and of course the country of Canada. Lastly, one of the other things that I noticed about this company that I think is really good is that they've been in service for over 15 years and that they offer only direct sales. They don't offer sales through third parties. Okay, cool, awesome, that's it. Let's go to the park. Alright everybody, so let's get into the standard features of this bike. I'm going to be using my poker finger right over here in order for me to point out all the things that I would like for you to consider about this bike. So one of the things that I wanted to point out in the standard features is the colors. You have 6 body colors that you are able to choose from for this bike. Depending on the color that you get, the rest of the look of the bike is how it's going to be. The tire color changes, the saddle, which is the seat, also changes, and the handlebar grabs, where you put your hands in order to steer, also changes. So in this case, my tires, they changed to brown. This strap right over here, which I'm going to show you what that strap does later on, also changes. So right over here, the seat also changes. You have 2 combination of brown color, and also, as I mentioned, right over here, it also changes. All right everybody, so I'm going to do a quick scenery change and then we'll continue on with the features of this bike. All right everybody, now that I am back home, let's continue on with this review. All right, so I want to talk about the saddle over here, or as we know it also as the seat of the bike. I'm going to be giving you guys a close-up look while I explain a little bit more in regards to this saddle, because let me tell you something, you need to know this. All right, so the saddle, the seat, is one of the most important key features of this bike, or I would say of any bike. And this one is one of the ones that I love the most because of how it's designed. The design of this one is without a doubt beautiful. Okay, I mean, like, it has beautiful details over here, like the stitching. Here's the thing with this saddle though. So I just want to show you guys over here with my hands what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you can see the pressure that I'm making here, I mean, like, just with one thumb, you know, you can kind of tell a little bit how harsh it is. Okay, but nonetheless, I would say that this saddle is without a doubt above those other like cheaper bikes, like $80 bikes and stuff like that that you might be able to find at Walmart and stuff. Definitely above that, but still, like, as I said, like, you have to like break into it, you know. But at the end of the day, you do have the $19 upgrade that you can do. Now, if you don't do it with the purchase of your bike, the upgrade of the saddle, then unfortunately it's going to cost you a bit more. And they even tell you that when you're doing your your checkout and stuff like that. You could, there's gonna be a message there. You can read it. If you order with the bike purchase, then it's going to be cheaper, which is $19. Then if you go ahead and order it later, like I did, you know, because I honestly thought that this saddle was not going to be as harsh as it is. You know, it's probably because, again, it's probably because it's new. But if you do have those $19 extra that you can spend, I without a doubt recommend you do that upgrade. Otherwise, your cost for this wonderful upgrade will be around the $33-ish, $33 or so, or $33 or $35, because of shipping and handling. And if you're in Florida, they're gonna charge you the tax. They're gonna charge you tax for it. All right, everybody, before we continue on, I did want to mention though that this bike mostly is made of steel material and alloy. But I'm going to show you with close-ups so you can see and identify with me where those materials are located. So this part over here, which is the handlebar, and part of the stem is made of steel. From right over here all the way down to over here, that would be alloy. The other part that is made of steel would be the body itself. Right over here. And then you have the back fender made of steel and the front fender made of steel. The other part that you have that is made of alloy would be the saddle stem. Okay, now looking right here at the steering bars over here, you guys, I mean, like, appreciate the details and craftsmanship here, and not only that, the design, the overall design of it. So pointing out the standard things or features and nonetheless detail of the handlebar here. Like any other bike, this one also brings your standard front reflector, and it also brings like a standard, not a big deal type of bell that if you just, you know, pull on this, it will like ring or whatever. And then you also have on each side, which is pretty impressive, at least to me, is the brake handle. How they combine this white looking design so it won't throw the overall look of the bike out of place, basically. So I really like that small detail there in the brake handle, how they did that, and I really like it. And also the details on each side of the handle, pretty cool. Okay, you guys, so the other two things that I wanted to mention from this angle is your kickstand and this weird looking triangle shape over here under your main bar. For this size of bikes, I'm pretty impressed to the fact that this kickstand is pretty solid and it's also made of steel. And also the other thing that I liked about it is this black square looking thing over here, which is made of hard plastic, because when it's completely open like you see here, it gives it that extra stability to the bike. So it's pretty awesome. I like that. And the weird shape over here, which is like a triangle, that's actually a stand for when the bike is completely folded. But you do have to be careful, because I've noticed that when your pedals are folded in, for some reason they interact with the floor and that throws the bike out of balance. So you do have to be careful and keep mindful of the pedals where they are when you're folding in your bike, because it can definitely throw the bike out of balance. And if you're not careful and if you don't notice, then it will scare you, because you probably turned around and you have the bike behind you and all of a sudden you hear this big bang, and that's what it is. The bike got thrown out of balance. Okay, yes, I know it comes with the standard reflectors like any bike would. Okay, the front one and the rear one, but the rear one is pretty cool looking, and in a way it goes with the theme, the overall theme of the bike, and it pretty much like that. All right, the other thing that comes standard with this bike, the Tokyo model, is the 16-inch alloy wheel, you guys. They do have other models that feature the 20-inch, like the Miami. That's one of the other models that they have there. Other things that I wanted to mention as well in the quality department, I guess you can say, the craftsmanship and all of that, the details of these bikes. All right, I'm not 100% sure what's the name of this steel bar that goes around, but that's also steel. And then you have this steel protector to protect the what's the name of that, Shimano gear change for your chain, which, let me tell you, it's pretty nice. Okay, so I wanted to point out that this part over here, which is, I guess you can say, is the chain protector or the chain guard, is completely plastic. So as you guys know, we're here in Florida, in South Florida, and it's crazy weather. Sometimes it's like super sunny, sometimes it's not, and right now, as you heard, it's like almost about to rain again. So yeah, this other part over here, I guess we can call this the stem of the pedals. It's completely steel as well. Okay, before I show you how to fold and unfold this bike, I'm going to show you close-ups of where the release points are in order for you to perform this task. Okay, the very first one I want to show you is right here on the handlebar stem. So I kind of forgot to mention this release point right here, a very important one nonetheless, which is the main breakaway point at the handlebar stem. The other one would be the main bar right over here. And then the other one would be right over here where you have your saddle stem. The other last two will be at the pedal. Let me come around in order to show you. Over here at the pedal, you guys see this over here? Right there, you need to kind of like pull in order to release and then fold your pedal. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to fold in your bike now. I'm placing the bike this way so maybe you guys have a better point of view on how I'm doing it. So remember that strap that they give you? I have it right over here. This strap is going to help you secure your handlebar stem. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do it when it's folded in. I'm gonna show you where it goes. Basically just hold it. Okay, so I know that everybody is going to basically develop their own mambo on how to fold in and unfold their bikes. But basically this is how I do it. I just go to the handlebar first, bring it down as much as possible. Okay, and then the other thing I do is bring up my kickstand. Then I go to the main release of the main bar. This one and this one over here, they have a safety mechanism. So basically after you release it, you have to also release the safety pin by pulling up on it and then grabbing it and breaking it in half, okay? Once you do that, bring it like this. You basically do have to lift it a little bit and then bring both magnets there. Bring the magnets in. Be mindful of your pedals, okay? Oh, and you do have to fold them in, of course. I did kind of forget that. And you see how I had to like rotate it? You saw how I had to rotate it because it interacts with the floor and it throws the bike out of balance when it's folded in. So you do have to be mindful of that with your pedals. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the bike a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. The other thing is right over here. So basically you kind of like pull it up a little bit and then you push it down in order to release the safety pin. Here's where that strap comes in. basically the strap helps you keep your handlebar stem more secure. Now, if you didn't bring your handlebar down first, let's say you forgot, then your handlebar, of course, is gonna be hitting the floor. So that's why I kind of do that first, okay? But once you have it like that, that's it. Your bike is completely folded. Oh yeah, I forgot. You do have to bring down your saddle a little bit if you like. Let me bring it down. And then that's it, basically. That's how you do everything to fold in your bike. But what I was saying is how to grab your bike. Of course, be mindful of your back and stuff like that. But I found it more useful to grab it like this by the saddle, and over here by the back bar of the main body of the bike, on the back, almost where the tire is. This is how I find it more comfortable to lift it and put it anywhere I want when it's folded in. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to unfold your bike. So basically, it's the same thing as you did when you were folding it, but now in reverse. So you release your strap over here where your stem is. Just gonna put this on the floor. And then bring it up. Push down a little bit on the lever over here. And then bring the safety pin in and then lock it. All right. This is really good because this is gonna make it easier for you to grab over here and unfold it, you know? Don't worry about your saddle, you can do that last. Okay, the other thing you wanna do is release your magnet. They're kind of strong. So if you're able to do it, like I was like suggesting from over here and pull it, that's okay, but you don't have to. You can just come around like that, you know, and separate them. Make sure you don't throw the bike out of balance, and then grab from there and your saddle on the back of your saddle, and then bring it around, and that's how you unfold it. All right, and then once you have it there, you just come and lock your main body, and then adjust your bar, your handlebar over here. There's like a mark in here, which I think that's where it's supposed to be for the bar, for the handlebar. There's a mark in there. You're gonna notice on yours. You wanna release your pedals. All right. The last thing you wanna do, I'm only 5'5", is adjust your saddle. Usually it's up to waist, and then lock it, and then that's it. It's ready to go. And of course, we cannot end this video without me giving my personal recommendations and experience in regards to my new bike. All right, so I have my personal notes over here that I wanna make sure to read because I don't wanna miss anything, you guys. So in overall, you know, my overall opinion to this Tokyo model bike, honestly, this is a pretty solid bike. I really like this bike. The fact that it's made of steel, like high grade quality, like even in the junctures, you know, where it folds, you know, over here. The seat, the saddle, I mean, the quality of everything in this bike, it's impressive. And the other thing that I really like is how, I want to say, portable it is, you know. It folds pretty compactable and everything. You can I mean, I don't have a car right now, but I do drive my dad's truck, which is a Tacoma, and it's not a double cab or anything like that. I believe is extended. I believe that's how they call it. And I put it back there, you know, and it's pretty awesome, pretty compactable and everything. It fits there very well. I even put the seatbelt around it to make sure it's you know, secure and it doesn't fumble all around or back and forth. It rocks back and forth and stuff like that. So with all honesty, you guys, if you want something like this, a commuter type of bike, you know, inner city, if you live in a downtown area or a small town, I would definitely recommend this bike for you to give it a shot. My other recommendation, if you are going for this bike or any of the bike actually, is to upgrade that saddle. Trust. The other thing I want to recommend here in my personal recommendation is that don't feel like this is the only model they have on citizenbike.com. Of course, it's not. It's not. This is just one of them. I believe this is the smallest one though, if I'm not mistaken, of them all. I believe the next one will be Miami. But I do want to point out that, you know, you do have several options to choose from the lineup, and that includes electrical bikes, and also they have a scooter, one of those, like, you know, Lime scooter type of thing. They have one of those models, which looks pretty solid. I don't like the price, but it looks pretty nice. Okay, my general impression of this bike, it's approved. I like it. I love it. I really do. I enjoy riding my bike, especially around here. I mean, like, I live in like the suburbs, I think you would say. So I don't live in downtown or anything like that. But here in the suburbs, you know, riding around my community, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty nice. It's relaxing. It's, you know, exercising your body, which is pretty awesome. I really love it. One of the things that I like to do, I guess you can say, in the fitness world and stuff like that, is cardio. And I do not regret spending all the time that I spend saving up the money in order for me to buy the bike. But nonetheless, there are two things, because if you're a detail freak like I am, you know, you pay attention to every little detail. There are two things that I didn't like, that my bike came with two little things that I noticed. And if I notice, then, you know. One of them, of course, is the alignment over here at the handlebar of the handle grabs. The decoration here is pretty nice. You know, the design of the handle grabs are pretty nice and everything. But the one on the right, where the mechanism to change gear is actually not aligned perfectly with the other one, with the one on the left. So it's kind of like forward a little bit, maybe less than an inch or so, or maybe an inch forward a little bit than the other one on the left. And I kind of dislike that, because when you grab it, it feels kind of weird. And of course, the other one I kind of mentioned before is the saddle. The saddle, trust, you need to upgrade. But besides that, the bike is pretty solid. I really like the bike. So there you have it, everyone, the Tokyo model Citizen bike. So tell me what you thought of it. What did you like? What didn't you like? Comment down below. And if you know someone who has a bike like this one, or any of the Citizen bikes, tell them and share this video with them so they can comment down below in regards to their personal experience with one of these bikes. But if you are an owner of one of the Tokyo models, we want to hear about that. We want to hear your experience in regards to it, and even the customer service experience with Citizen. So let us know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow on Instagram, and do all the cool things you do in order to support this channel into the future. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.